Coffee has become weirdly complicated. Pressure profiling, flow rates, agitation theory, turbo shots, soup shots. At some point, making coffee did start sounding like a physics lecture taught by a guy in a beanie. But underneath all of that, I actually think these brewers became popular for a very simple reason: convenience. Because most people don't actually want to complicate coffee, they just want a better coffee without perhaps needing a giant espresso machine taking over their kitchen bench. And right now, these three brewers kind of leading that path: the AeroPress, the OXO Rapid Brewer, aka the ORB, and the Delter Press. And while they all technically sit in the same category, they approach brewing in completely different ways. Now, before we get too deep into this, I'm just going to say it up front: the AeroPress is still king. Now, I generally think it is still the best overall manual brewer perhaps ever made. Not because it makes the absolute best coffee every single time, but because it can make almost every style of coffee surprisingly well. It's durable, it's fast, it's forgiving. Cleanup takes about 8 seconds, and unlike some other coffee gear, almost zero thought needs to go into brewing with one of these, with, again, surprisingly good results. But I think the reason the ORB and the Delter exist is because they're both trying to solve what people think the AeroPress still doesn't quite nail. And that's where things get interesting. The biggest mistake people can make with these brewers is thinking that they're direct competitors, because they're not. They're three completely different brewing philosophies. The AeroPress philosophy is basically this: make good coffee easy. It uses immersion brewing, manual pressure, and a simple workflow where you can travel with this thing, you experiment with it, use terrible water with it, or brew half asleep with it. That's AeroPress bingo for you, and I've done all of that. Now, somehow, it still produces good coffee, and that's why this has become the benchmark. The ORB takes a very different approach. This is low pressure percolation, chasing liquid concentration. Not espresso exactly, but something adjacent to it. Think dense, juicy, high extraction, and high intensity. This is why people started calling these soup shots with it, like pumpkin soup or something. You know, it's thick, it's full flavored, and call this the soup shot king, if you will. Weirdly, the ORB actually delivers on that style of brewing quite consistently. And then there's the Delter Press. The DCP is a controlled injection brewer and is all about extraction control, minimum agitation, separated water, and coffee contact. This brewer is chasing clarity above everything else. Not texture, not body, not syrupy concentration, but clarity, cleanliness, and transparency. It's basically trying to make a press brewer behave more like a really clean pour over. And this is where the AeroPress still wins me over: the workflow. Because the AeroPress, it doesn't feel precious. You add coffee, you add water, stir, press, done. Not complicated. No pump timing, no injection sequencing. And the thing that still surprises me is how adaptable it is. You can brew clean cups with it, heavy cups, short concentrates, like almost espresso style recipes, and long bypass drinks, all from this weird plastic tube that was invented more than 20 years ago. And there's still a tactile feedback that matters with the AeroPress. You can feel the resistance during the press. You also hear a hiss at the end, and you feel and see that puck compress as you finish. It's strangely satisfying in that regard. The ORB feels completely different. This brewer feels more intentional. You're tamping the coffee bed before brewing, then managing the pressure through pulse extraction. And visually, you can actually see how different the brewing philosophy is. Instead of immersion with the AeroPress, you're pushing fresh water through the coffee bed continuously, and this changes flavour massively. The ORB tends to produce coffee that feels brighter, more concentrated and more vivid in flavour without becoming muddy, especially with lighter roasts. And honestly, this thing does make a very convincing argument for the entire soup shot trend, because You do get espresso-like intensity without espresso machine heaviness that you find in the coffee. The downside? It definitely feels way more niche than the AeroPress, and the cleaning filter system is nowhere near as satisfying as the AeroPress puck eject. But nothing in coffee is, honestly. Then when we get to the Delter coffee press, suddenly everything becomes a little more quieter. It's more controlled and more precise in its brewing. The Delter Press doesn't really feel like a press brewer. It's more controlled using that injection brewing. And this is where coffee nerds get very excited because the Delter minimizes agitation and contact time massively. Water only contacts the grounds and for how long when you decide, which means cups can become incredibly clean, shockingly clean. Fruit notes, they separate clearly. Acidity becomes more defined, and the coffee almost behaves more like a high-end filter brewing. But this is where the brewer asks the most from you. The workflow is slower, and it's more deliberate and more technical. Compared to the AeroPress brewer, the Delter coffee press can absolutely feel a little more fiddly. Now, the AeroPress recipe that I keep coming back to is still that classic immersion style approach. Using 15 grams of coffee on a medium fine grind with 225 mils of water at 95 degrees Celsius. I add coffee in, water in, give it a quick stir, and then seal the chamber. Then just let immersion do the work. I let it steep for around 2 minutes, give it a gentle swirl, and then slow press for about 30 seconds to a minute. And the result is exactly why the AeroPress still works so well. I find sweetness balance with texture. And honestly, it's incredibly difficult to make a bad coffee this way. Now, the ORB recipe is where things start getting a little weirder, in a good way. This popular recipe is basically a modern coffee concentration, adding 22 grams of coffee on a coarser grind than we did with the AeroPress, and 85 mils of near boiling water. Now, instead of the immersion we did with the AeroPress, we're going to slowly pre-infuse that tightly packed coffee bed. And we're saturating it for about 20 seconds. Then begin with pulsed pressure over a minute. What you get out is this dense, bright, almost syrupy cup that somehow still tastes really clean, which generally feels wrong the first time you drink it, like somebody condensed a pour over into espresso intensity. You can absolutely add water to this post-brew if you like, or enjoy it as is. Then when it comes to the Delter coffee press, we go back in the other direction, beginning with 18 grams of coffee on a medium fine grind and 200 mils of water at 95 degrees Celsius. And now everything becomes about that controlled injection. With 50 mils of pre-infusion, slowly added as a measured dose. Once done, let it sit here for 30 seconds. Minimal agitation. Then lift the plunger up and begin pressing slowly again. You're almost manually pressure pouring the coffee. And the result here is that absurd clarity, especially with washed Ethiopians or those really fruit-forward coffees. You start tasting separation in ways that feels much closer to those high-end pour-over brewers than a traditional press brewer does. Now, this is where things get fun because you can actually force these brewers to imitate each other if you understand what mechanics are creating the flavour. Say, for example, if you want the AeroPress clarity closer to that of the Delter coffee press, use 2 paper filters in the AeroPress cap plus a coarser grind with your coffee. Minimal agitation and an extremely gentle press. Basically, remove all turbulence completely, and then suddenly the AeroPress becomes a shockingly clean brewer. Now, if you want the AeroPress to behave more like the ORB, now you go in the opposite direction. Add a metal plus paper filter in the cap, add a higher dose of coffee with a lower amount of water, and press hard and fast. And you end up with something surprisingly close to those concentrated soup-style brews. Now, if you want the ORB or the Delter coffee press to behave more like the AeroPress, you basically have to force immersion brewing. So longer steep times. Think a finer grind and more saturation time with the coffee wet in the baskets. Because ultimately, these brewers are all manipulating the same variables, just in different ways. And after using all three, I don't actually think there is a battle here for the same person. And I mentioned this earlier on in the video. I think these brewers exist for different coffee personalities. The AeroPress, this is still the smartest purchase overall because it does balance things like clarity, body, ease of use, travel friendliness, speed, and experimentation. Better than basically anything else. Whereas the ORB, this is for people chasing concentrated modern filter coffee. People who love turbo or soup shots. Think high extraction, bright, juicy coffees. And the Delter Coffee Press, this is for the person who enjoys the process itself. The person who wants the control in the extraction as much as possible. And honestly, that's what makes manual brewing interesting. These aren't just different brewers, they're different ideas about what coffee should taste like. Now, in terms of aftermarket accessories, the AeroPress especially has become basically the Honda Civic of coffee brewers. That's a car analogy. Because there is an entire ecosystem around this brewer. Pressure caps, metal and cloth filters, flow control valves, portable kits, competition recipes. People have turned this little plastic tube into a full-blown brewing platform. And probably the best example of that is the fellow Prismo and AeroPress's own flow control cap. Both of these are pressure-actuated valves that stop drip-through during brewing, which lets people push the AeroPress towards those espresso-style brews. And you get more pressure build-up. Think more body, sometimes even a little bit of fake crema situation happening on top. And honestly, some of those recipes are shockingly good as well. Then you have the stainless steel and the cloth filters, which completely change the texture of the brew from the AeroPress. Paper filters give you cleaner cups. Metal filters let more oils through, so there's more body. And then cloth gives you a little bit of both. So suddenly the AeroPress starts behaving somewhere between filter coffee and French press, or maybe espresso. And there's its versatility. That's why this brewer still dominates. The ORB ecosystem is smaller, but it has been gaining that early enthusiastic energy as the popularity grows. Now you can already 3D print adapters for it because this proprietary catch cup is a little bit more of the annoying part of the workflow. So what did people do? They started designing ways to sit the ORB directly onto a standard carafe or their own mug at home. It feels very coffee community to me. We love this thing, but we're also immediately going to start modifying it. The Delter community definitely feels smaller, but it also seems to attract the kind of people who really enjoy experimenting with extraction variables, which honestly makes sense given how this brewer works. And one of the upgrades that comes up fairly often is the Delter infusion filter. This tends to push clarity even further, especially with lighter roasted coffees. It's a metal filter that sits in the base. And this lines up pretty closely with the sort of flavour profiles that a lot of Delter coffee users seem to gravitate towards. And somehow, the simplest brewer here, with the most accessories, is still the one everyone's trying to beat, which I think says a lot about how good the AeroPress actually is. But if you have any further questions on any one of these three brewers, drop it in the comments section down below and I'll get straight back to you. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.